With the toxic fandom slash grifters attempting to fly in the sky of the goddess so that their words may reach her, we've got some words for Storm number 1 ourselves. Shoutouts to Muwera Ayodele for giving us a very passionate, heartfelt book filled with the strength of the Wind Rider, the goddess herself. Make sure you give him a follow on Twitter if you have any questions. I believe he's going through it right now with a couple of fans on Twitter, and they're angry over the fact that T'Challa's name was not mentioned at a certain park in this comic. But we'll get there soon. Not gonna lie, I really don't care for the Earth's mightiest mutant part because Avengers Brand Storm is being pushed very hard here right now. Getting into Storm number 1. When we see her introduced and in front of her wardrobe gallery, we are reminded she has been a queen of Wakanda, a regent of Araco, an X-Men, the X-Men.
You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man.
And an Avenger too. Storm opens up with her at her sanctuary in the skies of Atlanta. On this day, she is giving a speech and she lets it be known her new haven, the Storm Sanctuary, is a place that mutants, humans, sorcerers, inhumans, interplanetary immigrants, superhumans, and gods, pretty much everybody and anybody, can look up to in their moments of trouble and give a sigh of relief as Storm is there to protect them. Beautiful opening, giving us the past and present of Storm, and then we're flown into action as Storm carries Frenzy in to help her stop a meltdown at a nuclear power plant in Oklahoma City 7 days ago. They land and find nobody in the streets. A shockwave comes their way, but Storm handles that with ease. Frenzy and Storm begin to lift the rubble and help the people out. You know, doing what superheroes do best. Then we are given a beautiful moment as Frenzy lifts a house up to find an Orchis supporter. An Orchis supporter. Yikes. Now, if you don't know, Orchis is a racist, discriminative, oppressive force. It's a militant group that is against mutants and just wants to kill them for being born them. So, I mean, that's all I can sum it up to. And they just attacked mutants, killed them, and continued to put them at the beck and call of the world in their mercy in Fall of X, which we just got out of. Now, when it comes to me, I don't ever plan or unplan to help my oppressor. But when it comes to Storm, she has always been the light in the dark, so I expected her to help him regardless of his racist, oppressive views and ways. And she does. The goddess always gonna remain above bullshit. My ladies save as many as they can, and Storm even gives some love while she can before another shockwave comes their way. Storm blocks another shockwave, but is hit by shrapnel. You know, Storm has this thing against Styx. They tend to have they have a rivalry with her. Styx, I don't get it, but they've been here for a second, maybe since the beginning. Well, you know, since the house was crumbling down on her. And so on and so forth, they'll be here till the end. She rips the shrapnel out of herself, then uses her lightning to heal herself, then takes off, knowing she needs to find the epicenter and stop what is happening right now. When she gets closer, though, she throws up. Uh-oh, that sings of radiation poisoning. Did I also forget to mention that before Storm's speech in Atlanta, she coughs up blood? My bad. Storm makes her way to the basement of the nuclear factory to find dead engineers and students. And along with them is a mutant boy going through one of the worst days of his life. I love how Storm captioned the difference in this moment between humans and mutants. The mutant boy asks Storm to kill him, but one of the greatest leaders of the X-Men isn't about that, and she continues to charge ahead with a metal door through nuclear radiation, poisoning, and energy. She hugs the mutant and lets him know enough lives have been lost today, child. A couple of days later, they find an alien kaiju in the nuclear factory, and Storm sends for Iron Man. This is what I mean when I say Avengers brand Storm. Tony then goes off to list the names of the world's greatest scientists, inventors, and all-around genius. Those names including Reed Richards, Forge, Riri, Lunella Lafayette, and Shuri. Not a T'Challa in sight. And this is the part where I know Twitter had a couple of fans mad over the fact that he wasn't spoken about here. I was annoyed too, but sadly, I was more annoyed that it was Tony Stark that she called and not Beast, Dr. Nemesis, or any other X-Men affiliated member. But hey, Avengers brand Storm is here in the From the Ashes era, and I'm not hating. This doesn't hurt the story at all. It makes it better to see her reaching out. After running the numbers, the truth is that the mutant's birth is what caused the death and destruction to those people in town. And after the fall of X and war with Orcus, the world won't take this news lightly. The world never took any news of a mutant killing someone accidentally or purposely light. They never take any of that news light at all. Doesn't happen. Once one mutant does it, they butcher the entire community. What does that sound like? Storm knows the boy will be feared and hated. So Storm's speech in Atlanta resumes near the end of the issue. And at near the end of it, she gets to the truth about the mutant boy in Oklahoma. And we watch as the Avengers and Uncanny X-Men watch as the joy in the humans turn to hate and they walk out on the goddess's love and heartfelt words. It was even more beautiful to see in the actual issue that the words begin to fade out as she's speaking. Like you can see that it's lost upon their ears. Like they stopped, they completely tuned out. It was gone, and there's nothing else for them to hear. And on the last page, we're given something special. We're given a treat as Eternity has been watching Storm, and she has been deemed worthy. Coming soon, Eternal Storm. Eternal Storm. Eternal Storm. Eternal Storm. Eternal Storm. If you weren't praising the goddess before, you can start today. She's not accepting anybody at the moment, or ever, but she's always got your back. I'm Jordan Blaine of New Comga, and Storm #1 is verified. Make sure you pick it up today. Does it look good? Am I good to go? Yeah, we're good to go. Let's get it in.